So, hey, everybody, good afternoon, and thank you. Thank you for being here. Write myself a note real quick. Welcome to today's meditation and moonbeams. This is where we talk about how to use moon phases for manifesting, and then we follow up with a guided meditation to support your mental well-being and your emotional goals. This meditation series is brought to you as part of the UMA Health Integrated Care Program, and today is Wellness Wednesday. My name is Rhonda Jabari. I am a master level Reiki practitioner and teacher, meditation guide, certified chakra therapist, certified aromatherapist, wellness practitioner, ritualist, and author. I help people regain a sense of control and balance in their lives using Reiki, meditation, chakra balancing, and aromatherapy to remove and release any energy that no longer serves a positive purpose. You can learn more about me on my website, www.wellnessuprising.com. Today is March 4th, and we're going to talk about the Pisces new moon that's coming up. Remember, we always work a couple of weeks into the future, so it's coming up on March 17th. And then we're going to end with a meditation for surrender, release, and quiet renewal. For the purposes of meditation and moonbeams, here's how we approach the 4 major lunar cycles. Of course, there are 8 cycles altogether, but we focus on 4 of those where you can really feel the energy shift. The new moon symbolizes new beginnings, fresh energy, and the planting of seeds for future growth. So that's the time when you want to set intentions, and this is what we're doing today, right? We'll be talking about, this new moon coming up. So you want to set intentions, start new projects, and align your energy with what you want to manifest in the coming lunar cycle. The first quarter moon represents a time for taking action and facing challenges head on. And when you move through that phase, you are encouraged to break through obstacles and focus on growth, which will help your intentions to take root. The full moon is a time of culmination, manifestation, and reflection. So that's when the energy reaches its peak, making it a really powerful time to release what no longer serves you and celebrate what has been achieved. And the last quarter moon is a time of reflection, introspection, and letting go of any lingering energies before the next new moon when the cycles start all over again. So that's a time for clearing, rest, and preparing for a new cycle. I say it every week, and I will continue to say it. Being aware of the moon phase every day can help you to make more conscious decisions about what to do and what not to do on a given day. So let's talk about this March 18th Pisces new moon. Every new moon is opening a doorway, as I described here at the beginning. It's when the lunar cycle in the sky grows dark enough for seeds to be planted. Not necessarily, like those things that you want to manifest that you are loudly demanding and you want immediate action on, but this is a more quiet kind of germinating energy beneath the surface of awareness. The Pisces new moon on March 18th invites us into a different rhythm than the fast pace of everyday life. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac, so it holds the wisdom gathered from every other sign before it. So where Aries begins, Pisces dissolves. Where other signs define, Pisces softens. So keeping that in mind, I know I used to look at the zodiac based on a calendar month until I figured out that Aries was the beginning and Pisces is the end. So this moon asks a very simple question, which is, what is ready to be released so your spirit can move forward unburdened? Pisces is a water sign ruled by Neptune, which is the planet associated with dreams, intuition, imagination, and unseen realms. So under this moon, the boundary between the practical world and your inner world grows thinner. So your thoughts may drift, your emotions rise to the surface because Pisces is water, and then memories, longings, and subtle truths might appear in unexpected ways. So this is not a time necessarily when you want to force clarity You just want to listen. Pisces carries the frequency of completion, compassion, and spiritual surrender. So during this phase, a lot of people will experience heightened intuition, vivid dreams, emotional sensitivity, a desire for solitude or quiet reflection, creative inspiration, and a deep need for rest. Because Pisces dissolves boundaries, this moon also encourages us to release emotional residue that maybe we've been carrying around for longer than we even realize. Old grief, lingering disappointment, unspoken forgiveness, dreams that change shape over time, all of those fall into that category of the things that might just begin to soften and fall away. The Pisces new moon gently washes through the psyche like a tide, reminding us that healing rarely happens through force. It happens through allowing the body to soften, allowing truth to surface, and allowing the heart to unclench. Even if you are not a follower of astrology, lunar cycles still influence your nervous system, sleep patterns, emotional processing, and circadian rhythms. The Pisces new moon is going to be a time where you feel your internal pace slowing down. So this is a moment in the month where productivity matters less than integration. And you might find yourself wanting more sleep, more silence, more music or creative expression, some time near water, and space away from overstimulation. Instead of pushing through these instincts, the invitation is to honor them. So the new moon is not asking you to perform, it wants you to prepare. What we plant in quiet intention now begins to unfold as the moon grows brighter over the next 2 weeks. While all zodiac signs are going to feel this Pisces new moon, the following four will feel it most deeply. I'm sorry, let me turn on my focus. I don't want my phone to ring. Okay, so Pisces, of course, this is your personal reset because it's your moon. Emotional clarity and spiritual insight may arrive through dreams, meditation, or quiet moments alone. For Virgos, as Pisces opposite sign, this moon is going to eliminate relationships and emotional boundaries. You might find yourself reevaluating how much you give and where you need restoration. For Gemini, professional direction and long-term goals might feel less rigid and more intuitive right now. So listen to inner guidance rather than external pressure. And Sagittarius, home, family, and emotional foundations come into focus. So you may feel called to create deeper sanctuary in your living space. And even for all of those, the rest of us that are outside these signs, Pisces energy encourages collective compassion and a deeper sense of shared humanity. Between now and the next lunar phase, think about weaving these practices into your week to come into alignment with this energy. Remember, you still have a couple of weeks here. Create a quiet evening ritual. So dim the lights, light a candle, and sit with your breath for just a few minutes before going to bed. Pisces energy deepens during those twilight hours. Write a release letter on paper, just speaking what you're ready to let dissolve away. Maybe your fears, expectations, regrets, or emotional weight. And you don't need to keep the letter. It's the act of writing the letter that allows the nervous system to process. Spend time near water, a bath, a shower, meditation, ocean waves, or washing your hands or soaking your feet with intention. All of these things can help you attune to Pisces water element. Protect your energy. Pisces can blur emotional boundaries, so pay attention to the environments and conversations that either replenish you or drain you. And engage your creativity, drawing, journaling, singing, dancing, cooking, any form of creative flow helps the psyche to metabolize Pisces energy. So keep all of those things in mind as activities that'll help you to come into alignment with the energy of that upcoming moon cycle. So when we talk about foods that support this energy, a lot of times the body will mirror the emotional tone of the moon. So during Pisces cycle, gentle nourishment works best. Look at foods that are hydrating, calming, and easy to digest. So herbal teas like chamomile, lemon balm, or lavender. Soups and broths, citrus fruits, leafy greens, and warm grains like oatmeal or rice. These foods support hydration and nervous system balance, while Pisces energy will carry it the rest of the way. If you choose to journal during this moon cycle, then you might want to explore, what emotional weight am I ready to release? Where in my life do I need more compassion for myself and for someone else? What dreams or visions keep quietly returning to me? What would it feel like to trust my intuition more deeply? And what does true rest look like for me right now? And take your time. There's no need to rush the answers. Write slowly, think deeply, breathe, and take your time with it. So as always, I want to share a simple ritual. This is a Pisces new moon ritual for release, compassion, and a quiet new beginning. And this is to be practiced anytime between now and March 18th. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac, so its energy invites us to release emotional residue, soften our expectations, and make space for what wants to emerge next. This ritual is intentionally simple. Pisces responds best to quiet sincerity rather than complexity. What you'll need is a white candle, a small bowl of water, a pinch of salt, and a small piece of paper and a pen. So you set up your space by placing the bowl of water in front of you and add the little pinch of salt. Light the candle and take 3 slow breaths. And remember to soften your shoulders. Say quietly, I pause and return to myself. Then you want to write down whatever you're releasing. 1 or 2 things is all you need. And this might be something that you worry about, or a regret, or an emotional weight, or a belief that no longer supports you. Just keep it simple. Then dip your fingers into the bowl of water and let a few drops fall onto the paper and say, I release what no longer belongs to my future. And then tear the paper up and discard it. Then set a new intention by placing your hand over your heart, taking a slow breath, and choosing 1 word for energy that you want to invite during this lunar cycle. So, something like peace, trust, clarity, creativity, healing, any of those. And say, I welcome this new beginning. And then blow out the candle and pour the water down the sink or onto the earth, allowing the release to complete itself. And then your ritual is done. So carry your intention through the coming days as the new moon begins this next cycle of growth. The Pisces new moon reminds us that healing doesn't always look like action. Sometimes healing looks like stillness. Sometimes it looks like tears. Sometimes it looks like closing the eyes and letting the breath settle into the body. So this moon invites you to soften, to loosen your grip on the need to control every outcome, to remember that transformation often begins in darkness long before the first visible sign of growth appears. So at that time, we'll be sitting together in fertile darkness, breathing, listening, and allowing, and trusting that what is meant to grow in our lives already knows the way and is already on its way. So take a deep breath and let's move on to our meditation which today is on surrender, release, and quiet renewal. Find a comfortable position. You can sit upright with your feet on the floor, or you can lie down if that feels more supportive for your body. Allow your hands to rest softly in your lap or over your heart. And if you have a candle nearby and you want to, you can light it now. It'll just serve as a small signal to your nervous system that this moment is just for you. Take a slow breath in through the nose and exhale gently through the mouth. Inhale again, slowly, and release. Feel your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. And allow the muscles around your eyes to relax. You don't need to force clarity. You only need to breathe and allow. Take another slow breath in and release. And let your body arrive in this moment. Begin to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to improve. Simply observe. Notice the air entering the body and the air leaving the body. And if thoughts flow through, that's perfectly natural. Just acknowledge them. And then gently guide your awareness back to the breath. Inhale slowly through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale again 4, 3, 2, 1. And this time exhale tension 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now find your own natural breathing pattern. And with each exhale, imagine your body becoming heavier and more supported by the surface beneath you. Your breath is like the tide rising and falling, steady and natural. Now let's soften the body. Bring your awareness slowly through the entire body, starting at the top of the head. Allow your scalp to soften. Relax the muscles of your forehead. Allow the space between the eyebrows to relax. Let your eyes rest gently in their sockets. Soften your cheeks and unclench your jaw. And let your tongue rest easily in your mouth. Feel your neck and throat soften. Relax your shoulders, letting them drop slightly lower. And feel your arms growing heavier. Your elbows are soft and your palms are relaxed. Bring awareness to the chest and the heart. Notice the gentle rise and fall of the breath. And as you breathe, allow the rib cage to expand and release naturally. Relax your stomach and soften your lower back. Allow your hips to settle. Relax your thighs and your knees, the calves, ankles, and the feet. Your entire body is supported. Your breath is steady, and your mind is gradually quieting. Now imagine yourself standing beside calm water under a dark night sky. And overhead, the new moon rests quietly, nearly invisible. The air is soft and still and peaceful. And in your hands, you hold a small bowl of water. This bowl represents the emotional experiences that you've been carrying. These are your memories, your expectations, and your worries, along with old stories about who you needed to be. For a moment, simply acknowledge what's been present in your life without judgment and without analysis. Just recognize. Now imagine pouring that water from the bowl into the larger body of water in front of you and watch it as it blends instantly. Nothing is lost and nothing is forced. Everything simply returns to the greater flow. And allow the following words to settle quietly within you. I release what no longer belongs to my future. I allow healing to unfold gently. I trust the quiet wisdom within me. Now take a deep breath in and exhale and feel that lightness that comes when the body is no longer gripping on to what it was never meant to carry in the first place. The new moon isn't only about release, it's also about planting a seed. So bring your awareness now to your heart center. Place one hand lightly over the heart if that feels comfortable. And ask yourself, what feeling do I want to cultivate in the coming weeks? Peace, clarity, trust, creativity, healing. Just whatever it is, allow that answer to come to you naturally. There's no need to force it. And once the word or feeling appears, then imagine placing it gently into the soil of your heart in the form of a very small seed. It's quiet and full of potential. Repeat silently to yourself, I welcome new beginnings. I trust the timing of my life. I move forward with compassion for myself. Now take a big inhale and release. The seed has been planted and it's going to grow in its own time. So begin bringing awareness back to your physical surroundings. Notice the surface supporting your body, the temperature of the air, and feel yourself breathing even more deeply. Inhaling slowly and exhaling fully. Gently move your fingers and your toes if you can, and allow your eyes to open when you feel ready. And take a final moment to notice how your body feels right now compared to when we began. Hopefully, it's calmer and softer and more present. The Pisces new moon reminds us that transformation doesn't always require effort. Sometimes the most powerful shift comes from just allowing ourselves to rest, release, and pressing that ever so important restart button. So carry this quiet intention with you into the coming days. Remember, the seed has already been planted. Trust the unfolding. Take one final breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale fully. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And thank you so much for sharing space with me at today's Meditation in Moonbeams. I invite you to return next Wednesday, February 11th at 1 p.m. for another session brought to you by the Health Integrated Care Program and facilitated by me, Rhonda Kuykendall-Jabari of Wellness Uprising. May your journey be illuminated with clarity, your heart overflow with compassion, and your spirit rest steady and ground. Until we meet again in stillness, find peace and be well.